All right, we're going to start straight away. Let me get our clock. Hello and how are you? My name is Muhindo and I welcome you to another episode of creating a complete marketplace system. So I'm going to proceed from where I stopped at the previous lecture. As you know, we always do 40 minutes. So I'll go ahead and start our timer. Now let's proceed to our project. In the previous lecture, we got stuck at this level of uploading a product. When we were trying to upload the product, we could get an error. So we could get an error. So we want to begin from there on this logic of uploading product. Okay, so let's go ahead and face it face by face. All right, so let's go ahead and look for upload image. Okay, so in upload image, see if it is streaming properly here. So on upload image, we shall simply come to upload image. Here we are. So come here to this function of uploading image, and then here we have images. We are looping through images. We get the images to upload. After getting the image to upload, then we do the upload self logic. Okay, upload self logic here. Okay, here this is the logic why you're doing that upload self logic. All right, so we check if the image is existing, the path is existing, all those things we check them. After making sure that they are okay, we go ahead and do what? We go ahead and now do the logic of compressing the image. After compressing the image, you go ahead and start uploading the image. Okay, so here we're just getting everything that is coming from the server, and then we put it in the console and then return at this point. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to where we're uploading the image, which is image uploading, to that endpoint and see what is causing the problem. So I'll come to the API, which is here, market link, and then I'll come to the API and then search for the image uploading. So I'll go back here, the image here. So let me just here return success and say, let me just die here and say time to upload image. Okay, so let me just die here and say time to upload image. All right, so there you go. So I'll come back now to our HT post. So I'll come here to the HT post itself, press Ctrl and click on it. Then here I want to see what has just come back and see if everything is fine. So we do all these processes. Now here on success, I just put the data in the console, and on fail, I just put the error in the console. So let's go ahead and upload. So upload, set it process. So it has finished. So you see you have error. So you have error. So it is bringing back the error. So let's see what is the error saying. The error is saying an exception was thrown, and I think this is due to maybe when the endpoint does not exist. So you see 500, there's some really real error, so it does not even reach there. All right, so let's first see the API, the link that we're actually visiting. That's how we can debug. So let's come here and copy this and then put this one in console and see link that we're actually visiting. So that's how you debug things. So let me put here and see if the link is really correct. So I just get whatever I'm putting in this post, I want to put in the console and see if the link is okay. So I remove everything and then go ahead and say upload. So you can see our link is this one here. This is the link. So you see the problem here, we're having the word API 2 times. Okay, we're having the API 2 times, so it has to be 1 time. Okay, so I have to come back here to self-uploading, image uploading. I have to remove this word API because the endpoint is already adding it for us. All right, so let me clear everything. Now let me go ahead and submit again, upload image. So you process, so you see that the response time to upload has come successfully. So the response is now clean. Let me remove this now. Let's go ahead and go back to our project. So the problem has been the link. Let me now remove this, and we see if it return this word file successfully uploaded, if it return it properly. Let's go ahead and submit again, set process, and then see the response is clean, file uploaded successfully. So let's go ahead and remove now this one as well. I just put this one in the previous lecture to test. I save. Let's go ahead and upload again. So upload, so you see image has been uploaded successfully, and even the image information has come. You see the image thumbnail, everything has come properly. So if we come to our project, we come to the images. So we come to public, we come to storage, you come to image. You can see this is the image that we just uploaded. You see it has been uploaded, and it is well what? It is well how should I say it? It is well what? It is well cropped. I mean, it is well compressed. That's what I can say. It's well compressed. Everything is fine right now. Right? Everything is fine. So that is very good now that the image is well uploaded there. That is very nice. See that the image is uploaded successfully. All right, so we can proceed. I think now we can proceed to another thing now. We can proceed. So since the image has been uploaded successfully, I can now come and remove these other things that we are just putting for testing. So I can just come and remove this one here, the response things. Now we know that the image is being uploaded successfully. Let me come here to HTTP utils, to utils, and I'll just comment these. We shall only be displaying these things in the console only when we need them. Go ahead and comment this one as well. So after doing so, now let's go back to the image local, and then I'll go ahead and just check the code. If the code is not 1, I'll know that something wasn't right. So I'll go ahead and say if code is not equal to 1, then I'll just say failed. So I just simply say status equals to fail, then I say I go ahead and say upload status details and put the message that has come from online, and then I save it, and then I return the message. That is when it fails totally, right? So in other words, I'll go ahead and say if it successfully passes through, if the code is 1, then I'll know that it has uploaded successfully. Okay, I'll know that it has uploaded successfully, right? I can even be able to get its online ID. So since we are returning here the image, right, so that is okay. So if it passes here, just know that it has successfully uploaded. So after doing so, I'll go ahead and do what? And save it. So I can now go and say now status. So if it passes here, I'll go and say status equals to uploaded, and then the message I can store the message there, and then I save, and then I return empty. So I return empty when it is successful. So I know now it has uploaded successfully, and then we shall not upload this one here again. Alright, so that's it. So let's go back now to our image uploading screen here. See the logic. We are getting the image to upload. After getting the image to upload, we go ahead and do what? We go ahead and upload it. If it is not there, then we just say uploaded successfully. If it returns nothing, okay? If it returns nothing. Alright, so that's how we did it, okay? And then we look through these images. Alright, so if there is no image to upload, if the IDs, the local path is nothing, I say all images have been uploaded. Alright, so we know we had a couple of images that were selected. Let's go ahead and upload the next. So you click upload the next. You see time to upload. Let me remove that thing of time to upload. You see uploaded successfully. Or use this thing of time to upload. You can remove this one. So time to upload, I can remove it. So let me go ahead and say upload image again. So you see, uploaded successfully. Again, let me upload another one if it was there. All images have been uploaded. So all the image have been uploaded. So the code has been, I don't know, I can share it to you, but you can go step by step. I believe you'll be able to achieve this. So if you do image, do all images, do upload images, and that's how I've been doing it. All right, so that is our upload images, upload image. Let me just come here straight up and then say image uploading screen, image uploading screen. Okay, that's what I just did the demonstration from. All right, now let's go now back to the product category creation. So we come back now here to the stock item or product category creation. So we come here to creating new product. So let me go back to creating new stock item, new stock item. I can just simply say new stock item. I hope it is here. Let me try to change here some word and see if it's the one. All right, it's the one. So I can say new product. Okay, creating new product. All right, so now we're on this page. Okay, we're on this page. Now we're going to put whatever we're being doing the other side. We're going to put it here. All right, so first things first. When someone comes in here, I want to lock them here so that they should not be able to proceed before they do something. All right, so let's begin. First of all, I want someone to always send the stock item model. Of course, they're always sending it. It is here, stock item model. So this stock item model, what is lacking? It is local ID. Let me see if it is there. Local ID, it is not there. So that is something that we need to uniquely identify, or maybe you can. Okay, let's create a second model. This second model of stock item, it is going to be the one that we shall be using to add a product. Okay, so this stock create screen. In fact, for it, you shall just be receiving a local model for creating a product, so that when you're starting creating a new product, you should be able to create it even when you're when you're totally offline. Okay, it's going to look just like this stock model item. Okay, but for it's going to be the local one. All right, stock item local model, something like that. You can put, I can add that local. So I'm going to create a local one, and in that local one, so we're going to add the local ID, something like that. All right, so even the online one will also need a local ID. So let's go ahead and add the local ID to this stock item model. So let's do that. So I'll come to our project. And then I'll first look for important. So press Ctrl P and type in Ctrl and P and then type in important commands. You can even find it here in the bottom. This is our web portal, the web project. So come here to important commands. So in here, we're going to get the what? We're going to get the table of stock items. So let me come to the project and then go ahead, say to localhost, and then let's look at .env here and determine which database we are using. We are using here market link. So I'll come to market link project, which is this one here, and then I'll search for the table called stock items, this one here. So these stock items, this is the table that we want. All right, so stock items, I'll go ahead and stock items, I'll go ahead and do what? I'll go ahead and get its name, stock items. Okay, so we're going to add there one column called local ID. All right, and then upload status, and then upload status message. That's what we're going to add, those three columns that we're going to add there. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'll come here to important commands, and then I'll come here and say PHP artisan make migration, and then I say maybe add local, can just say local things, maybe local ID or whatever to, and then you specify the table that you want to add to. So that's how I specify it. Okay, that's how I specify it. So after doing so, I'll copy this, and then I open the terminal and then put PHP artisan make migration, add local things, and then I put dash dash table, and then I put stock items. So when you press enter, you'll see it has been created. Then if I press Ctrl here, press Ctrl here, and on this file you see the migration is here. It has been created, stock items. So I'm going to just go ahead and say table, and then I put text, and then go ahead and put local ID, okay, and make it nullable, and then maybe upload status, upload underscore status, sorry, it's going to be text, and make it upload underscore status, upload what, upload status, and then maybe upload message. So those are the three things that I've added to our stock items model. So let me go ahead and migrate. So I'll go ahead and migrate this PHP artisan migrate. So there we go, that's the migration. So after having that, I'm going to go ahead and say and click on this. So I've migrated it anyway, so I'm going to create our generator. So we're going to create a generator. So I'll come here to gen. Let me just come here to menu and modify this from gens to gen. I think the gen is the one that is working. So I'll come to our generator, code generator, and then I'll come here and add stock item local model. Stock item local model. It is going to be fetching from stock items. Going to be fetching from stock items, and alright, stock items, and then it's going to have an endpoint. Just put this. Alright, so there we go. So this is the model. Let's go ahead and generate it. Press here, and then you'll have the model generated. So after having the model generated, what we're going to do now, we're going to create a class for this. So I'll come here and then come and create a class. I'll come to a project, which is this one here, and then I go ahead and come to the models, where are the models? Lib model. So I'm going to create now this new file, and then I put model.dat. So after doing so, I'll go ahead and copy all things here. I'll copy them and come and paste them here. So when I copy them, what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove online things, since this one is offline thing. So I'll go ahead and collapse this one. So first things first, make sure that you remove the endpoint. It's going to be offline, and also make sure that you don't conflict the tables. So I have to put here the word local, for example, local, so that it should not conflict with the online one. Alright, so after doing so, I'll go ahead and do what? I'll go ahead and remove this get online method. I'll collapse it and remove it, and then after I'll go ahead and remove this get online things. I just get to get the items that are local, and then you send. Alright, or maybe I'll need here to add where. Okay, where I've been forgetting it in our API. I think we should just go ahead and add it, because we're going to keep making the same mistakes. So let me go to our gen. So come to the project and come to the gen, and come to see where there is where get items here. Get items, make sure that you pass here get local items and put the where if it is there, and put also the where there. Here on the local item, get local items, make sure that the get local items, it is having the where. Alright, yep. Okay, that's okay. That's okay now. That's okay. Let's come back to our project. Also make sure that you did that step, but otherwise if you don't do this step in the gen, then it means that in future you'll face challenges. I've just come to a gen file in under model, and then I've looked where there is get local items. I've added this where. Alright, so the next step is we have created the model. We have created the model. So we need this ID to be auto incrementing. Or that maybe we might need an online ID. Online ID, maybe we'll need it. Let us add it there. So before you run it, if you run it, you can make this one to be 2, but you need an online ID for uniquely identify this product maybe when we are editing. So let me go ahead and put here online ID, since it is always integer, so I can just simply go ahead and say online ID. Okay, so that will be like in case you have in case the product is from online. Alright, so let's go ahead and copy this and then come and add it everywhere. Add it in here in the from JSON, and then also come and add it in your create. So make it online ID. It's an integer and has a comma here. All right, it's an integer and has a comma there. All right, so what next? Alright, so what next? We also get this online ID. See how, I hope you're seeing how I'm adding it. After adding it in the create, come and also add it here in that JSON. So this one, since it is a local, we're going to do just like we did on the local image. If you still remember here in the local image, we are going to make auto increment it. Okay, so come here to where there is you see, sorry, local image. Where's the local image model? This one, we had to auto increment the ID. Okay, so how to do the auto incrementation of the ID. So let's go ahead and do what? Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and come to the local stock item, and also come to the table. So remember here I've not run it. So if I've run it, you have to include the table of name. So here ID, integer, primary key, and then auto increment. So it should be auto incrementing. Then you also come here in the bottom and make sure if the ID is not set, we don't include it. Okay, we remove it on the to JSON. Okay, so you can just simply as well do it in this way. You can just simply say it is map, and then say map comma dynamic. All right, string dynamic, and then equals to, I can say maybe data equals to that. So I cut this ID, I remove the ID, I remove ID from here. So I come here to JSON. At its end, I check if what? If ID is 0, if ID is not 0, if ID is 0, I remove it. Alright, I can just check if ID is not 0. Okay, if ID is not 0, I go ahead and add it like that. So if ID is not 0, I just go ahead and say data, and then say ID, and then I pass that ID. Then I come here at the end, I return that data. So that's how I return the data. Alright, so yeah, I think that's fine now. That is very fine. So I have your to JSON, and we're returning as we planned. Alright, so that is fine. So after doing so, now we can proceed. That is our local model. So make sure that it is as you see it here. Alright, hope you're okay now. Hope we are together. Alright, so after doing so, let's proceed. After doing so I'm going to go back now to the create screen. So you press Ctrl and then tab key, Ctrl Shift tab key to go back, Ctrl tab to go in front. So I'll go to the create screen. So here I'm going to expect what? I'm going to expect I'm going to expect a stock item local model. So I'll change the other one that was there. I put stock item local model. That's the one that I put there. All right, so after doing that, so here we had dummy things, what and what. Let me so here we had get local whatever. This one, it is having a method of get local photo local model. Which class is this again? All right, I've created another one called image local model. I think it's just a conflict. All right, so let's fix this together. So add dummy images. These dummy images, let's just remove it. You don't need it for now. We're going to do it ourselves. All right, so I'll go ahead and remove this. Add dummy images. Let me remove that one. Out. Let me go ahead and remove local images. Okay, local images, will need it. So it's going to be a list of images for the local item. So I'll get this local images, and then I come and add it. I come and add it on the stock local model. Come to the stock local model. Go ahead and create a variable of list of image model local. This is the one that you're going to be using, image model local, and then make it to be an empty for beginning. Just make it empty thing for the beginning. So come and fix the rest here, and there. So instead of having this one, I'm going to have image local model, like this, image local model, like that. So here I have local path. That's the one that shall be displaying. Yeah, so everything is fine now. Everything is fine now. All right. So after doing so, I'm going to go ahead and get stock create screen. This stock create screen, I'm going to go ahead and add it here. All right, here. Okay, so here are the errors. So instead of having this, I'm going to put stock screen, so I can just simply remove it. So here it's not sending the right when you're editing. Let's first remove it, and also come to this one, and also just disable it for the beginning, and we save. We go back. All right, there you are. There you go. So I save. Everything is now fine. Now when you come here to stock items, I click on a plus. It is not doing anything. Why? Because I've not put there a logic of adding now an item. So before we proceed, I want to make sure that you always have a local item, because to edit, at least you should be able to know that it is an edit logic or something like that. So you should always have a local ID. Okay, so I'll go ahead and come here to stock item. So let's go ahead and go to the stock item create screen. So we go to the init state here. In the init state, we're going just to first check if the ID is 0. If the ID is 0, let's make this one maybe online ID if it's not 0. Alright, so if the ID, so I've just changed this one. I'll explain why. Just tell whether it is editing or adding. So I'm going to check if the local ID is not there. I'll just return. We shall not proceed if the local ID is not there in the init state here. So I'll go ahead and put the condition and say if the widget and say local ID dot length. Our ID will know it will always be more than 5 characters. Dot length is less than 5. I can just simply say utils and say invalid ID, and then I return. I'll go ahead and pop and return. Make sure that you return. It's not go beyond here. So in case the ID is not set, I'll just go back. Without wasting much time. Alright, so that is it. So if it is less than 5, just know that it's not a right product. All right, so let's go ahead and proceed now. Let's go ahead and proceed. So we come back to now to the stock item create screen. I mean stock items here. So I want, when I click on this plus button here in the stock items, it should take me to the create screen. Okay, it should take me to the create screen. So how do you do that? I'll just simply come here and comment this one, get.to stock create item. So since it is creating, I now have to create the model. I mean, I have to create the instance of stock item. Okay, so I'll go ahead and create stock item. I can say maybe new item equals to this new one, and then I import it. Remember, it is a stock local item. So when we buy editing online, shall be first getting a local item or a local version of that one. So I'll go ahead and pass it here. I'll pass it here, but you're going to see something's going to happen. So I'm passing it here, right? So everything is fine now. When I click on add, you see I'm supposed to get here a message that says that an item does not exist. Okay, let's go ahead and show you here that the ID does not exist. Only our toast maybe is not working today, but here you can see. Let me put here print and say, let me just invalid ID, so at least we should be able to see that. All right, so the local ID is invalid. Okay, so I click on the plus, you see invalid local ID, only that our toast is not working. We shall find out why. All right, so the ID is not there. Why? Because we have not, it is a new product and the local ID is not there. So it should be our concern. See that when you click on a plus, we just go ahead and create a new product. Okay, so we go ahead and say new item, and then we go ahead and say dot local ID equals to remember, I have our utils that get for us get local ID or generate unique. We call it unique, get unique. Okay, this, it will get for us some unique value that is being generated from the current timestamp. Then it attaches a random value, again it attaches another random value. We can even attach the third one to make sure that this thing is actually unique. So it is having 3 random values that are ranging in millions. Okay, in millions, and it has even that particular timestamp. It is almost impossible to get these 3 random values that are the same at the same time in the same particular second. That is impossible. It's almost impossible. Let's say it's impossible to get 3 random values that are the same in the same particular second. It is impossible. So so this will be getting for us a unique local ID. So this unique local ID, I'll go ahead and so it will be like up to us to say that, okay, as soon as you click the create button, as soon as you click the create button, we should go ahead and save that one as a local as a local product. I mean as a local item, stock item. We can decide to do that according to what we want. Okay, if we don't want, we can just keep it. We can maybe say until maybe add a name, then we can be able to save it, something like that. Let me just be saving it immediately after you've pressed it. So I just simply say await dot save to avoid loss of data. So I'll go ahead and save, and then after I make this person to proceed to create screen. Right, so after doing so, I'll go ahead and now and click on this plus, so it will know, it will create this local ID, save, and then this person proceed to here. So let's go ahead and click on the plus. So you see it has proceeded there properly. So if I come here to create, I can even be able to see our local ID anywhere that I want. So let's for example come here to our this column and just simply display text, and then I display dot local ID. it's widget dot item dot local id. You'll see that is our local id, something that is really unique, really unique. Okay, you can't have the same thing again, you cannot have it. All right, so now we go now to uploading the images. Okay, selecting the images. All right, so I'm going to put so I want to see if I can add here a button for select image or add image. Okay, so let's see if we can add it there. So see here, there's no image selected. I want to see if I can give this column. You see, this is a column of category photo. Category photo. All right, this is not there. All right, so there is a place where there is no image selected. I want to see if I can touch there. No image selected. It is there. All right, so it is in here. It is an option to no image selected. All right, let me see. I can approach that one. So no image selected. I want to put there now select image button. So here I have a container. It is an option to item image is empty. All right, so I think we can we had our list there, horizontal list, this list builder. All right, this is the no image selected that was meaning, this one. All right, no image selected. All right, list images, local list images, this one here. I wanted to see if we can creatively add there a button. Okay, you can creatively add there a button. So all right, if I come here and so this one will show only when it is empty, this one will show when there is some value. Okay, so what I want to do here, I want to, all right, we can do it from top there where we are calling it this one here. You see, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to wrap it into a row. All right, so I'm going to wrap it into a row, these local images, and then come and put your children. I want to be just a little bit creative like this. All right, so that way is like that. So this I want to give it expanded. I want to give it expanded. So let us make it, give it, this thing is not, it's just suggesting things for me, I don't know why. All right, let's go ahead. Okay, I think this one, because not promising a widget, yeah, that's why. Let's make it promise a widget. All right, so let's give it expanded. All right, so it is centered, and then here I'm going to put another expanded maybe. Okay, I can put just a container. So this is a fx flutter x package. Okay, so float x package, you can find it here. I've already added it in a project. You can find it here, float x package. Just go ahead and search for float x or float x, and then say flutter. So this package, it will help you to it is a very powerful package to help you to design user interfaces with simplicity. So go ahead and put it in your project. For me, I've already put it. It is called flatx. I've already put in this project of ours. Okay, so if I want a container, I can just simply do the fx container, and then you'll see things that you shall be doing with it. So it is very important package. You can use it even in your different projects. All right, remaining with 1 minute. Let's see how I can save this minute at least to finish this. So I put here flow text, so you know it is next to this one now. If I save this one, you see our flow text there. All right, so I want to put here a width of what, of 100 and a height of 100. So there it is. And now I'm going to give it a border. So you just simply say border and say like this, and then say bordered, and then say true. Okay, so there it is. See, there it is. So I'm going to give it a child, I mean padding goal, and say color white. So I give it a child. So child, I'm going to put there an icon of adding. Okay, so I put an icon and say add local images. Okay, let me explain this step by step. So this is just a simple container. I'm giving it a child. I'm going to give it a column, and then come here and give it children, and then I'm going to put here icon. So I put icon and say camera. Okay, I say maybe let's see if you have camera. Okay, so let's see if we can have an add like this, maybe, yeah, something like that. Can give it color of primary. Then you can make many. Alright, so sorry about that. So I'll come here and so add photo. I can also make this to be primary. I can make it black, and maybe I can give it a width of 2. Alright, so there you go. So there you go. There we go. There we go. Now I want to add here the word. So this float x, it has text. So I can just simply say fx text, and then you say dot what, dot body small. So you just simply say add photo now. So you have there add photo. So I can put here maybe some size the height of 5 and add photo like this. Add photo. Yeah, something like that. Alright, so yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I think that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. You can see how I've approached it. So I want now when someone click here, you should be able now to launch our camera picker. Okay, when someone clicks here, you should be able now to launch the image picker. All right, so to do so, I'm going to show this fx. It has a click listener. You can either surround the one, or you can just simply put here on top. Okay, so on top it will enable us to add an image. All right, when I click here, you see it is launching this, but I don't need this. I want just to be able to have something like this. Select image, it show this bottom model. Okay, I want to show this. So let's go ahead and borrow from what you have here. So I want to show that. So I'll come here, I'll go and search for select image. All right, select image. So it is just a bottom sheet. Show image picker bottom sheet. We already have it in the project that I shared with you. So go ahead and copy this one. So now we're going to add on the other side. So I'll come back to our create screen, and then we just simply put here show. Just simply call. Let's just first get the name. We call it here like this. So we create this method alt and okay, let's we already have it. I think we already have it here in this screen. All right, we already have this in this screen. Okay, only that, let me remove this context. I know this context, I don't need it for sure. All right, so we already have it. already have it in this screen, or if you don't have it, you can go ahead and copy it and put it in this screen of adding product, this screen. Okay, only that we shall now need to change its logic, since now we're having many images. Okay, so there you go. Now if you click there, it shows select image. So we have select image from, let me make this one a little bit better. So I can just simply come and make this one a list style. So I'll give it camera at first. Okay, so let me remove this one. So I said do pick from camera. Okay, I already shared this code with you. So this is just a list style. So if I click on this, we have the pick from camera, only that I need to give it let me give it a what, an icon, a leading of what, or a camera icon. All right, so I give this list style a leading of what, of camera icon. So I remove this height and also put another list style of pick from what, pick from gallery. So it's just the same thing, only that in the click listener, I hope just so that one will look much more cleaner. So if I come and click on this, pick from camera, use gallery. So I can make this list. Let me see. It has like this. Now I can make this list a little bit. So I can just click and say fx dot title large. That one will make this one a little bit bigger word and make it color black. Yeah, let me do the same here. Title is fx. Yeah, like that. So let's see how it got here, what we've got, and then I can say is dense and make it true, and also come here and make it dense, make it drop. Just working with the user interface look much more cleaner. And come and make it maybe here. Let's see if the divider will work for us. You see, so let's maybe come here and say use camera, and say here maybe pick from gallery. So click there, use camera, pick from gallery. Alright, so maybe I can, this title is too large, I can say maybe body medium. Alright, we can go with that. Let me see, on top here I can just make 10, so we have something beautiful like that. So body large, let's see body large how it look like. Body large, and here body large. Alright, this is just a user interface thing. We don't need to waste much of our time there. So I think that one looks much more use camera or pick from gallery. Alright, I think that is much more better compared to what we had. Okay, so use camera, pick from gallery. Okay, so there you go. Now we're going to begin do pick. So it picks, and after, so let's say we are using camera. Let's begin with camera. So do pick from camera. There you go. We have to launch using camera. Do pick. Source camera. Do pick. You have do pick and then source. I will not put like the logic. Okay, I'll just have do pick. Okay. So do pick. Let's see if we had put this logic on this image. Select do pick. I think we had put already the logic here. So I'm going to just copy this logic, this here, and put the other side. Okay, and put the other side. Alright, so I'll just simply come here, do pick, and replace it with this. So I'm going to explain here how we're going to approach this. Okay, so we shall come here to do pick. So since you're going to have like many images, okay? So here, in case you're using camera, image path, let me remove this. Compressed, you're going to remove all that. Image path, we're going to remove all this. Image path, let's remove all that. So this X file, we import it, Alt and Enter to import it. Picker, we can define it. So let me go ahead and define our picker here. So I'll just copy this and come and put it here and define it on top here. You define the picker like that. If it is picking from camera, we just go ahead and say be pick from camera. Once it returns it, so we have here our image path. Okay, so we want to add this image now to our what, to our local things. All right, so before we add it, let's first also look at the gallery. So the gallery, we want it to be able to pick multiple photos, to have ability to pick multiple photos. Let's begin with camera and then we come to gallery. All right, so camera, let me first comment this of gallery and then first sort that of camera. So here we've got the image path. Okay, so it is here. So what you're going to do, we're going to create this image. You're going to create the image from here. I don't know that you'd create it in one place or we should create it, we should add it in different places. I don't know which one I should use. Let me see. Let us create a method that will be adding image. Okay, so let's create it here. Let's create it here in the bottom. We can call it maybe add local image. All right, so going to have a future of void, and then it's going to be having asynchronous. So it will be getting the path. Okay, string img path like this. Okay, all right, so first of all it will check if this file exists. So it will check if it exists. Does not exist, it just returns. Okay, and then if it exists, it will go ahead and check if the item has the local widget has the what, the local path. If it doesn't have local path, I just return. You cannot add, you can, okay, let me, if item widget, if item dot, I mean sorry, dot local id, if it does not have the local id, it will not proceed. Dot length, say, anyway, this is just automatically get and for. All right, so if it passes those two steps, I'll go ahead and say new image. Let's go ahead and get all the parameters that we want. So we had already done something like this, so I can just come to this where we're testing from and do just what we did here. All right, so let me go ahead and copy all these and paste them here. You can follow them step by step. So img, so here imgs go to that, local path go to that, and then I go ahead and get the unique id. So unique id, so the local path is going to be utils dot get unique id like this. All right, so the local, that is our local id. Okay, that is our local id for this image. Then after doing so, I'll go ahead and get the parent local id, the parent local id. So this one is going to be now, don't make sure that you reference now the one of this particular product, which is under widget, item, and then the local id. Online id, so if this one has an online id, we can also as well go ahead and put the online id. So remember, we have online id put to string like this. So for this particular section, it is a product, so put type product, and then the local path, we go ahead and put the path that has come here, which is the img path here, and then go ahead and make the status pending, and then we save, and then we return. So it is asynchronous. So this is how we shall be adding images in the same place. So let's go ahead and here, after the image has been picked from the camera, so we go ahead and say await, and then we call add image, and then we add this path. Then after doing so, after adding the image, now we can go ahead and maybe create you go ahead and we go ahead and get the local images of this particular item. So widget.item.get get local images. So let's go ahead and create here on this item. let's go ahead and create for it a logic that we shall be using to get the local images. Okay, so again put here list dot image model and then say dot get local images. Okay, so this dot get local images, get local images, it will be getting the local images from the database. So if you want to get the local image from the database, to just simply say local images, we first make them empty and then say local images equals to await get await, sorry, so it's going to be also future like this, asynchronous. All right, so then you go ahead and say equals to await, then you say get images that get local local items where parent local ID. Remember, this is the one that you use to look to uniquely identify this one, where parent local ID equals to the local ID of this stock item. Okay, then after finishing, so wait, so you don't need to define it here, we just use the one that is, we don't need to redefine it, we just use the one that we have in the object itself. So we get the local IDs and then we return the local IDs. Okay, so that's what shall be needing to do here. So let's go ahead and come here back to the create screen, so we go ahead and say get local images. So it is futuristic, so I have to wait for it, and then after getting the local images I just say set. Okay, set. So set status, maybe after here I call now the do upload what, do upload the process, that thing that you see that we create the other side. We are going to recreate it here to, in order to understand it again. So let me just call, let me make it future void and maybe say do upload and make it just like this. Let me just like this, do upload, it will be like that. All right, that is do upload. So that is do upload for us, do upload. So we shall be calling it, shall put the logic later. So and so like this, you should be able to get for us the images, add it to the storage of this, which is the method that you have just created here, and then get the images and then update the status and then do upload. So there, that's it. So let's save. So let me come back on top here. So here, instead of having image path, we don't need to do that. We're just going to say item. So it's going to be widget so this was for the case when we were doing a product with one image. Let's remove this, we don't need this one now. This one is when we're doing the product with one image. Let's remove all these, we don't need them. All right, yeah, we don't need these ones. All right, so we don't need these ones. Image path, we don't need it, we don't need those ones. All right, so yeah, there we go. So I save, come and click add image, pick from camera. I take, let me make a camera maybe square camera. All right, I can change, let me take, so when I say yes, boom, you see the image has come. I go ahead and add another one, use camera, the image also comes here. So those are images here, and you see they are next to this one. All right, so maybe our images, we can make them much more smaller. So you see everything is beautiful now. Okay, so let's make it a little bit beautiful. So add photo. This one can make it a little bit much more bolder, so someone can not say that I do not see it. Make it really black, and then make it font size, weight. See the advantage of flu text. You don't need to define style. All right, so let's go ahead and redesign this. So we have here list of images, which is horizontal. Let me go ahead and reduce here the height. We can make it maybe 85 and the width 85. Okay, 85 is too small. Can make it maybe 95 and 95. Yeah, 95, 95. All right, so after doing so, I'll go ahead and make them center. Can I center them? Okay, I think that is fine. I can maybe 97 on 97. I just want them to look much more uniform. 97, 97. I'll go ahead and come to add photo. I can go ahead and come in before expand. Can go ahead and put width of 10, something like that. So these are the photos. Okay, these are the photos. Can go ahead and remove this testing link. Yeah. So yep, so I think that's beautiful. Maybe we can go ahead and put there the title. Someone should know that these are the product photos. So let's come and put fx text and say add product images. Oh my god, I don't want it there. I want it on top here of this column. Yeah, I want it on top here. You can say product images. Then you can put here some size of 15. There you go. So so add product images. So yeah, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. Can I remove? Yes, I can remove, but it did not delete it actually, but it can remove. That's the main important thing. So I can add another one from camera. All right, so there you go. There we go. Okay, so after doing so, let's finish with adding the one from gallery. Then tomorrow we'll begin with uploading. Add from gallery. So add from gallery. So we come here, add from gallery. I'll uncomment this, and then we put here it should enable multiple picker. Add from gallery. How do I enable multiple? Just multiple picker dot right. So it's supposed to be picker dot pick multiple. Yeah, that's how I do it. All right, let me come here. So just simply say picker dot pick multiple, and then in between. So in between, I check if the value is not null. I go ahead and look through this value. So this value will bring a list of image parts, or it will bring a list of images. Okay, so I go ahead and add one by one. Await.add. So I add one by one. After adding each of them, I go ahead and say I get the local items. Then I go ahead and say set status, and then I go ahead and say do upload. Okay, and then set status. I can remove this one. So that is how I pick from what? From gallery. All right, so let's go ahead and see how we do that. So I come here, pick from gallery, pick from gallery, Click there, I have my images. See, select, see, the images are there. The most latest are here in front. See, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. All right, let's begin from there in the next lecture. Let us begin from there in the next lecture, whereby we shall now upload these images on the online. Okay, that is beautiful, isn't it? It is beautiful. So, but nothing beautiful comes with simplicity. So just know it is hard work and toiling in order to come up with something beautiful. So we're going to work now on uploading these ones, then uploading the product and making them sync, and then proceed. All right, that's it for today, guys. Unless there's a question, but just know things are not simple. You have to push, and that's the price of pushing. Is there any question? Is there anyone anyway? So Maori. Hello.
Yep.
Ebintu obiraba?
Yep.
Okay. Kyekyo kasita olemerako kijja kuba bulungi. Alright.
Inshallah.
Yeah,
Yes.
so keep pushing, my dear. 20 years from now,
Okay.
it should be a very strong program.
Ngasikaddiye.
Article.
Wanga sinafa.
20 years.